Hi, I'm Edie Hand, and welcome into Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles. I hope you've been checking us out on our website at prescriptionhealthylife.com. That's rxhealthylife.com. And I guess you're wondering why I got this cute little children's hat on. Well, we're having a show today about food and about one's taking care of yourself. Well, first on our show we're going to have is Dr. Heather Austin, and she's going to share a great recipe for us on pumpkin pie smoothie. You won't want to miss it. And next we're going to be talking to Chef Chris, and Chef Chris is going to teach us some healthy menus for our kids. And Pam Nichols is with Noland Services and is our senior elder care, and we'll have a few more surprises along the way. So stay with us as you watch some clips from the new Children's of Alabama. Children's of Alabama has provided specialized medical care for ill and injured children across the state of Alabama and throughout the southeastern United States since 1911. For the past 3 years, Children's has been ranked among the best children's hospital programs in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. Primary care is provided at more than a dozen offices in communities across central and north Alabama. The Benjamin Russell Hospital for Children is the only hospital in Alabama dedicated solely to the care and treatment of children. It is a private, not-for-profit hospital that serves as the primary site of the UAB pediatric medicine, surgery, research, and residency programs.
Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles is brought to you in part by Noland Health Services of Alabama, offering complete medical and dental care.
It's Toyotathon, the biggest year-end clearance event going on now at Scott Crump Toyota. Lease new Tundras from $289 a month or get 0% financing for 60 months. Now at Scott Crump Toyota.
We'll do whatever it takes.
Inspiring reading from Edie Hand and Don Keith. A Christmas Ride, Miracle of the Lights, and A Soldier's Ride. Both available for Kindle and e-reader as well as paperback. Go to Amazon.com or visit www.ediehand.com to learn more.
I took up kickboxing a couple of months before I turned 60. I had varicose veins. My veins would just swell up and sting, and I thought, something needs to be done. As soon as the bandage came off, I noticed that, hey, that thing's gone. I really could go work out the next day. My legs feel fantastic. I wear short shorts. If you want to have your veins taken care of, get with it, sister.
The Roth family would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas from our house to yours, from the Vane guys. Now, all together now. 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas!
You're watching Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts.
Hi, I'm Edie Hand, and welcome into Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles. And joining me on the cooking set today is Dr. Heather Austin. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're going to talk about child obesity and share a little bit about what you do at Children's of Alabama.
Sure. I work at Children's Center for Weight Management, and we have a multidisciplinary team there that helps kids and families get healthier, whether increasing activity or making better food choices.
And what are some of the statistics for this?
Sure. About a third of our kids are overweight, and probably over half of their parents, according to national statistics. So really, as a family, we need to be thinking about making these healthy choices.
Well, and we all need to be doing that. And speaking of healthy choices, look at this. This is a baked chicken. So during the holidays, what are some good healthy tips here?
Well, you want to be thinking about how you prepare your meals. So baked instead of fried. Lots of vegetables are important.
More green, you said.
Lots of green. Green's great. It has lots of nutritional value. And then think about our add-ons, like our dressings and that sort of things. We want to make them low-fat or fat-free.
Keeping it light. And this with corn or green beans,
right?
Carrots.
Yeah,
that's Is it like a cup of it that we need to keep? What's the moderation mostly?
Well, yeah, I think moderation, especially with our meats and cheeses and those things that we really enjoy. Lots of kids have trouble with the vegetables, so that's what I say that. Lots of us enjoy them, but we need to fill those in. And they're high in fiber and they keep us full, and especially if we cook them in the right way, meaning not with a lot of butter and oil, then it's usually pretty healthy for us, and then we can add a little bit of meat and the extra.
Now you've got a recipe. It's called what now?
Right, pumpkin smoothie.
Pumpkin smoothie. Well, everybody's going to love it.
Yeah.
What do we put in this first?
Okay.
I think is let's see, I'm looking at my ingredients. We've got the orange juice. It says a fourth a cup of orange juice.
Got that right here.
Okay. And you got your blender going on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And this is great for the people who love the pumpkin pie, but they don't want to add all those extra calories. It's a little bit of a healthier option.
Okay, and next we got our 1/4 cup of low-fat milk, and I wanted to let everyone know that we're going to have this on our rxhealthylife.com website so they can download it or take it off. Okay, and next we've got our 1/2 cup of plain low-fat yogurt. Okay, I'm going to put that in. And let's see, and next we've got, a 1/2 of a very ripe banana. Now, you got that ready for us?
We sure do.
In there. Okay. All right.
So far we got some juice and dairy, and now we're adding our fruit. So we got lots of healthy things going in here.
Okay. Put that this way. Not very. There we go. Okay.
Okay. And I think
Let's see. Next we've got. It says we put a dash of ground cinnamon and nutmeg.
Okay.
So give me those.
Both of those here. We'll just
put a little dash. I guess really to people's taste. If you want a little more cinnamon, a little nutmeg, and kind of check that out. And then we've got a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Okay, here you go.
Okay. Now, then let's see, our pumpkin.
That's right.
How much of that do we put in there?
1/4 cup.
1/4 cup. Okay, I'll just put that like this. And then you'll notice that we just put in a few cubes of ice just to kind of get it pureed a little better. Is that correct?
Get it nice and cold and a good texture for
Everyone
us.
likes that better. With it. Now here's the fun part, is that, we just put this on. Now tell me exactly, usually it just takes a few minutes. We're on television, so we get it out, but I just want to make sure we can get a little of this, that we could pour it up.
Try it out.
But it really, because you could make it a little thinner, but I see that this is absolutely, I really like this. I mean, you can take this, put it on your table, pour it as they want it.
Right.
I'm going to take a sip.
And good.
It's tasty.
And we didn't put any sugar in it, so all the sugars are more natural.
It tastes very natural.
And the pumpkin is pumpkin puree. It's not pumpkin pie filling, so make sure that you get the puree so it can be a healthier option.
I like that, and I think that the kids will too. That's something great for the holidays.
Right.
And if people want to learn more about Children's of Alabama, your website is?
www.childrensal.org. That's CHILDRENSAL.org.
Heather, I want to thank you so much for being a part of the show today, and I think we've learned some good things about these new recipe. And I understand you're going to be a new mother?
Yes, sure am.
Well, your little girl's going to enjoy the pumpkin pie.
Absolutely.
And again, will you come back to see us sometime?
I would love to. Thank you.
And thank you for watching us right here on Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles is brought to you in part by The Vein Guys. Better legs, better life.
Hi, I'm Edie Hand.
And I'm Dale Smith-Thomas.
Join us for Holiday Memories that's benefiting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Lots of food, fun, family, and a few special stars.
You were born that night.
Like this, went like this, over here like this, and then it went, come back around like this.
Everything that you give for St. Jude's Hospital, that is so important.
Right here on Rural TV, December the 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us. Hi, I'm Edie Hand.
I'm Paula Lombard.
And Paula, thank you for being here today. We've got Pave the Way to make a difference with your pink wipers to wipe out breast cancer. And how can we do that?
Go to our website, autotextpink.com.
Make a difference and pave the way.
Hi, I'm Sarah Evans here with friends Rollins and Kumar. They're here for care at the Alabama Center for Childhood Cancer and Blood Disorders, the largest provider of cancer care for children and young adults in the state. At Children's, we treat every form of cancer, and we're committed to a cure. You can be too. Donate now so thousands of kids like Rollins and Kumar will celebrate lots of birthdays, including their own.
Hi, I'm Edie Hand here at Scott Crump Toyota, and we're paving the way to make a difference for our youth, and you can too. So log on to our websites because
we're paving the way.
Make a difference, pave the way.
You're watching Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts.
Welcome into Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles. Hi, I'm Edie Hand, and joining me is Chris Vizzina. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you have a very varied background, And I found that not only have you done things in your own community in Birmingham, Alabama, but also around the country. Would you share a little bit about what you've been doing in the last few years?
Sure. What I've tried to do is I went to culinary school in Vermont. And what I've tried to do in the last 10 years is bring some of the fine dining techniques into a larger volume stage, such as universities and colleges. And in my spare time, which I do have a little bit,
you do?
I've adopted Homewood City Schools and Vestavia Schools, Mountain Brook City Schools, and tried to teach them different cooking techniques.
Well, what I love about what you're doing too is getting our kids to eating healthier. So what are you doing? Is that one of the programs that you're doing to make that a better lifestyle for these kids?
It is. The Michelle Obama's Chefs Move to School program, and that's where I adopted Homewood City. And what I've done is I've written different menus with the nutritionist, showed them different cooking techniques, because I do feel in my heart if broccoli is cooked the correct way, and it's green, it's crisp, it's flavored correctly, the children will choose that vegetable. But it's overcooked and it's gray and it's mushy, then it's not attractive to you or I or the children.
Right. Well, I know this is the dish right here behind us it's in moderation, but there are some healthy things about it. Tell us a little bit about this.
The tiramisu, it was the secret to it was the red diamond espresso that I soaked the lady fingers in.
Yeah.
But to your point, as long as we have a small portion of the tiramisu, but also enjoy the fresh strawberries and blueberries and the mint, then we'll get all the benefits.
Well, I know that you say you're providers that you purchase foods from. Now, do they make a difference for you also in your programs?
They do. Everyone's very aware of fresh fruits and vegetables now. And when we purchase locally, we help the produce companies and the farmers, sustainability. Therefore, I can tell them what my projections are for the fall for, say, winter squashes or winter greens, and they'll plant those knowing that I'm going to purchase them. So it benefits everyone.
You know, and I also like what you do. You're encouraging other chefs. Is that a challenge you put out around the country to some other chefs?
That is a challenge.
Okay.
Tell
us about that.
Well, it's so well received. When I go into the school systems, I trained over 500 individuals last year within the Birmingham City and Jefferson County schools. So I would like to see more chefs get involved, because what needs to happen is that we need to go back into the schools. One time's not enough. It was the opposite reception that Jamie Oliver received when he was in California. They want me to come back, but at the same time, I have a couple hundred employees, 12 accounts. I'll go as much as I can, but if I had a few more chefs involved, then we could make that much more of a difference and impact.
Well, maybe we could do that. I know you're going to be a part of our holiday special that we're going to do on rural and RFD TV here that we're promoting and doing this for to help raise awareness for our kids to eat healthier and to do some things for children's hospitals around the country. So what I want to say is, in doing all of this, how are you going to be able, maybe we could get them out to your website. Is there a particular website that we could put some of this information on for you?
Yes, it's www.campusdiningonline.
And so we can put that on there, and we'll get you some pictures about what we're doing too.
That would be wonderful, and hopefully that would inspire other chefs.
Absolutely. And then what we'll do too is we want our viewers to know that we have rxhealthylife.com, and we'll post it there. And I know that RFD and Rural on their websites, that they have myruraltv.com, that they'll be able to do this. So we'll put this on there for you to get the challenge going for all these chefs, you know. And I found that this is what it's about. Someone like you that's really making a difference in their community, the church, and even the hospitals. Have you done some things within the healthcare industry yet?
Well, I was on the board of the Birmingham Originals, and we had a fundraiser, Breaking Bread, last year, and we donated $10,000, raised $10,000 for Children's Hospital, and we presented the check to them after the event. So once again, try to lead by example, contribute when we can, but the more people that get involved, everyone can pitch in. You don't have to be a chef, you don't have to be a great cook, as long as your heart's in the right place. The good Lord will guide you the rest of the way.
Well, I agree with you, and I love it too. You also, you're part of the James Beard Award. You were mentored under someone that won that, right?
Two, Frank Stitt from Heinz Bar and Grill and Chef Chris Hastings of the Hot and Hot Fish Club. They both won the awards.
Well, we might let them come if they want to our special.
Wonderful.
You think you might get a reel them in?
Maybe so. Maybe
might get a cameo.
Okay.
Well, what are some suggestions that maybe you could give to people that could help them in selecting their right foods for their kids out there?
I think one of the biggest things is we need to practice it. There's three 3 to 4 meals a day. We shouldn't lean in towards the schools and put all the pressure on them when we have the other 14 or 15 meals. So as long as the parents are reinforcing this, we're having dinner together at the dinner table, we're sharing our day, we're eating slowly, we're talking about where we're eating, where it came from, so the children know that carrots are not grown peeled in a little plastic bag. They actually come out of the ground, they have a root on them, you peel them and you cook them. I just think, unfortunately, there's a generation gap and the teaching of the cooking process is being lost between a couple of generations. And now most people are going through drive-thrus.
Well, I appreciate what you're doing, and we want people to, that website again before we go?
www.campusdiningonline.
Thank you so much, and we appreciate your corporate sponsors like Red Diamond that make a difference for people around the country.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles is brought to you by Noland Services, fine providers of long-term care.
There's an art to making tea. At Red Diamond, it begins with tea leaves and nothing else. We remove the stems and twigs that come with the tea, leaving just the leaf for a flavorful, refreshing taste. There's an art to making the perfect pitcher of tea, and we practice it every day. Drink fresh. Drink Red Diamond.
Enjoy the latest books from Edie Hand. A portion of sales benefit charities such as St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Visit www.ediehandfoundation.org or your local or online bookstore. Pick up your copies today. A Pocket Guide for the Alzheimer's Caregiver by Dr. Daniel Potts and his wife Ellen helps you understand this disease and get the best care possible. Go to alzpocketguide.com or any online bookstore for your copy.
Hi, I'm Sarah Evans here with friends Rollins and Kumar. They're here for care at the Alabama Center for Childhood Cancer and Blood Disorders, the largest provider of cancer care for children and young adults in the state. At Children's, we treat every form of cancer, and we're committed to a cure. You can be too. Donate now so thousands of kids like Rollins and Kumar will celebrate lots of birthdays, including their own.
Inspiring reading from Edie Hand and Don Keith. A Christmas Ride, Miracle of the Lights, and a Soldier's Ride. Both available for Kindle and e-reader as well as paperback. Go to Amazon.com or visit www.ediehand.com to learn more. You're watching Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts.
Welcome into Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles. I hope you've been checking us out on our website at rxhealthylife.com. Joining me in this segment is a longtime friend, Pam Nichols, who's with Noland Services. Thank you, Pam, for coming by.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Edie. Thank you for having me.
Well, what I love about you is you're always up to something new and different, not only within the community, but within your work, and I appreciate that in you.
Well, thank you.
You know, I love what you've done at Noland Services, but tell us a little bit about you first. Tell us what you've done over these last few years.
Well, I've been in the healthcare business for longer than I want to talk about. But during that time, of course, I was a hospital administrator, and a lot of things that we concentrated on when I was with the hospital was senior programs. And these days, we're into senior living, and of course, I'm into the marketing side of that and carrying our programs out to the community, because we do a lot of wonderful things that are great for seniors out in the community, as well as the facilities and properties we own. And in the last 5 years, I also founded a program in Birmingham called Honor Flight, which was dedicated to honoring World War II veterans, and that has been so very near and dear to my heart. We've taken over 1,000 World War II veterans to Washington, D.C. to see their memorial. So
that is awesome.
It's been, I've gotten more out of it than the veterans. It's just so, such an endearing program, and it's so wonderful to see them honored.
It is, and I know your husband was in the military also, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. My husband is a Vietnam veteran, so, and he's participated in and helped along the way with the Honor Flight program. So it's been a great family kind of project.
And that's wonderful for Noland Services, and I know that, tell us what you guys do to to help lift the spirits of people there at Noland Services with assisted living? I mean, you kind of like have it from the beginning to the end, assisted to nursing and...
Absolutely, yeah. Noland Health has been in business for over 100 years. In 2013, we'll be celebrating our 100th anniversary and have just such a rich history in providing services to people. And with our concentration now on services for seniors, we do just all sorts of things in our communities. We range from independent living to assisted living to specialty memory care for folks who need that kind of service. And then we do rehabilitation services and skilled nursing services. And
very comprehensive.
Absolutely. 3 of our communities provide all of those services on one campus. So someone might start out in an independent living setting, and if their needs change over time, they would never have to leave the community they live in. And I think what's so wonderful...
I've seen that. I love that. I love it, yes.
Yeah, it's a great concept, and I think the wonderful part about our communities is that we do things that enrich seniors' lives in ways that perhaps an adult child of a senior might not think about.
Share what some of those things are that you do, because I've seen you have an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have activities that keep their mind and their bodies moving.
Right. At the Oaks on Parkwood, we do have an Olympic-sized pool, and we offer wellness programs for seniors. Our exercise programs are among some of the most popular things that we do. We also have activities that center around the interest of seniors. You know, if you did things years ago, you may still have interest in that. You may have had a hobby of painting or crafts, and we offer painting classes. At the Oaks on Parkwood, they have the champagne brunch kind of painting classes and things like that. Wii bowling leagues.
And I love the way, things that you do is also the fact is that you can bring the family there. Now, during the holidays, how do you lift their spirits? If you know someone's living there, is there a place to bring their family?
Absolutely. Of course, we always plan events that include the family. It might be a dinner, it might be some kind of entertainment program. But we also, back to the Oaks, in our community center there on campus on Noland Hall, we have something that we call the gathering room, and it has a kitchen. So if you wanted to reserve that and come in and bring your family and cook your favorite family meal and serve it right there and have a family style dinner, you can still do that.
Pam, this is such great information. And what's your website if people want to check you out?
It is www.nolandhealth.com, and then just click on Senior Living, and that will take you to all of our communities.
Thank you for coming today and sharing this information with us to help others.
Thank you.
And we'll be back next week with more of Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles.